honestly, I would argue this is a major reason why gaming has gone down the toilet, because so many people like ate this shit up and said it was like the greatest thing in the world. And it's so obvious now that it's not, that it never was, and it never will be. And it's what's equally interesting is how, in spite of how worshipped this game was for a long time after release, it does feel like the game is reaching the point where it's entering relative obscurity. Right, this is not a game that people look back on and remember. Like, younger players aren't playing it. The remake only sold like 1 million units at launch. You know, for a game that's supposedly one of the all time greats, it did about as well as Silent Hill 2, you know, relatively niche horror. Like, you would think a game like this would continue to do gangbusters with a proper re-release, and yet somehow it just kind of fell apart. And I do think at its core that it is because this game is dated. It is because its cliches and what it does are kind of seen as cringy now. And what we're seeing is just a lot of people, you know, who grew up with it are just unwilling to face it. That they're unwilling to acknowledge that Hideo Kojima was never talented, that he was never a good writer, he was never a good director, he never had like a good overarching plan for the series. He really did just make it up as he went along. And as a result of that, all these games feel disjointed. They're not building up to anything meaningful or insightful, or they don't do anything interesting with the characters. Like, the series has been dead for a very, very long time. And we're only now in the process where we can acknowledge that. And we do need to acknowledge, like, why that is. We do need to acknowledge why this series fell off the way it did, and it was because of Hideo Kojima's communist values and what he was advocating for with this game.